Hi, I'm Dr. Chris. I'm a practicing chiropractor. I'm the founder of Muscle Care. I see 55,000 patient visits a year in my practice. We understand pain. If you are like me and you know anyone that loves to cycle, give them this mini series of stretching, especially the stretching of the hip flexors. It's going to dramatically improve their power, their performance, and their fatigue in their back, and you're going to have a great day. Give them these stretches. It'll help them a great deal, I promise. The Super 6 rules to stretch are: warm up, be gentle, no sharp pain, breathe, always do both sides, don't bounce, and always hold for at least 30 seconds or until you feel the muscle relax. Now that you're warm, let's get some relief from the aches and pains that come from cycling too much without the right prep and the right cool down and the right relaxation. For the backup neck stretch, stand, feet shoulder width apart, pelvis square, slight pelvic tilt if you'd like, shoulders over the hips, ears over the shoulders. And now, in order to get the back neck muscles, what you'll do is simply rotate your face to the right, keeping the jaw parallel to the ground. And again, go to comfort. If there's any sharp end feel, back it off a little bit. You feel dizzy, back it off and do less. Go into your side stretch, ear to shoulder. Do not let the nose tilt down. Keep it straight ahead. And then rotate the nose up to the left. You'll stretch the front of the left side of the neck. If you want more, hold your arms behind you for more stretch of the connective tissue of the front of the neck and the anterior chest wall or the front of chest. Do the same on the other side. For the front of chest stretch, your right arm should be perpendicular, parallel to the ground, and you would actually try to hook your hand onto a wall for support. And if you can extend your fingers backward in order to open up the fascia and connective tissue of the forearm and the hand, you'll get a much better stretch all the way up the arm, all the way through the chest. But remember, what you want to do is feet are planted square on the ground, and you rotate your body away from the side you're stretching. That includes your neck. So if your right hand's on the wall, you'll turn your face and your torso to the left. Okay, do the same thing on the other side for balance. Now, for the front of leg or quadricep, we call it stretch, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're standing holding a wall with one hand, the right hand, and then you'll pull your left heel up to your buttock and you'll grab the front of the ankle on the left with your left hand. Try to hold that foot and heel as close to your left buttock as humanly possible, and that's when you go through those Super 6 rules of stretch. Now remember, again, this may be tight and you may not be able to get it all the way there. It's not essential that you touch your heel to your buttock, just as long as you feel the front of leg stretching. Do both sides. Once we want to do our hip flexor stretch, we can roll directly from our front of thigh or quadricep stretch. We can put our right hand on a chair for support. And all we do is, as we want to stretch our hip flexor, it's important that we try to pull our left leg back. So the left thigh, you're trying to get it closer and closer to parallel to the ground as you hinge at your waist and you move forward. So when your body is really doing this well and your hip flexors are stretched out, you'll be able to make a T. Your right leg is on the ground, that's the bottom of the T, and your torso and your left thigh create the top of the T. For the buttock and the lower back, lie flat on the ground, head down. Left leg stays on the ground flat, don't bend it. Lift the right knee up, reach behind the hamstring closer to the knee, and pull that knee back, because a lot of people have knee issues. So let's not squeeze the knee and grab it on top. Hold it behind, pull it to that chest on that side. The front of shoulder stretch, you make sure that your arm is straight out. You rotate your body away from that side, including your neck. Don't forget to stretch the neck. Those neck nerves control the front of shoulder and the chest muscles. When your arm is out, if you can actually extend your fingers backward and get all the connective tissue down that arm to stretch and open up all through the front of shoulder, all through the neck, you'll maximize your stretch. When you do a front of chest double hand stretch with a bar behind your back and you squat, you're going to accentuate the stretch through the front of the chest muscles and front of shoulder. Really try not to lean forward. So bend the knees, squat down, keeping the body straight, arms go back. Let's not try to strain the neck going forward. Our head goes forward enough in the technology that we use all day. This is trying to open us up from bending over our laptops or computers to balance us out again. This particular rotator cuff stretches on both sides. We start by getting our arms parallel to the ground. Okay, our upper arms or humerus parallel to the ground, elbows bent to 90 degrees. Try to get your hands back, and then you rotate forward, keeping the arms parallel to the ground. Do that stretch for 30 seconds, and then repeat it again. For the wrist extensor and flexor stretch, hold the arm straight. Make sure the elbow is locked. Push the wrist down, and use the other hand to pull the forehand toward the body. Keep the fingers straight. Maximize the stretch through the entire extensor surface. Hold that until the burn goes away or that stretch goes away. Then, to stretch the flexors, just simply keep the arm straight, pull the fingers up, push the palm as if it's going forward, and pull those fingers back toward your shoulder. Hold that for 30 seconds, or at least until the burning in the bottom of the flexor muscles go away. Much of our day we're spent holding our hands in a contracted state. So what we like to do is contract the hand, open the hand. Again, 30 seconds of opening, contracting less seconds, 5 or 10, open again. If you're doing back extension, back flexion while you're on your hands and on your knees, that's called a tabletop. Start in a tabletop where the spine and the neck are perfectly straight. Then, simply letting the tummy drop forward to the ground, arc the back, look up. Let's open up the front of those neck muscles that are tight from looking down at our phones all day. Let's get that extension in the back. So arcing is fantastic. Hold that for 30 seconds. Once you've done that, reverse. Go into a C curve, looking downwards. Again, don't make it hurt. Just gentle stretch. And I'd advise staying in that position for flexion shorter, 15 seconds, and then go back into extension, because that's where you're going to get the most amount of benefit in today's society that we live in. Sit torso 90 degrees to your legs, both legs straight out in front of you. So if we can take the legs out to a V shape, we can actually get the inside groin or adductor muscles and the hamstrings to stretch together. Just lean your palms onto the floor and glide out between the legs, keeping the body hinged at the waist, not rounding out. You feeling better? I knew you would. Listen, why don't you continue your pain-free journey by clicking the link in the description below and access my full stretching series and share the relief of pain and stress with friends and family. And you know what? If you really want to feel even better, why don't you try this? Muscle Care is the new sub-topical, all-natural, evidence-based pain, spasm, and inflammation reliever. You're going to love it. It's easy to use, simple to put on, no mess, no fuss. It's a roll-on. I'm Dr. Chris, and have a great day.